Yoga. My name is Amanda. Thank you for our regular attendees and to anyone new watching for the first time. Thank you for being here. This is an all levels mixed hatha class with elements of flow and whatever we feel like doing that day. So just do the best you can, follow along. And thank you again for sharing your time with us this morning. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a seat if you haven't already. Just tuning into your breath. Belly rise, belly fall. In, out. In through the nose. And out also through the nose. Discovering your Ujjayi or yoga breath. Just noticing any place you're holding on to tension, where you might be able to send a little bit of extra breath in this moment, even at the beginning here. Becoming aware of the gift of breath. If you're here in this space, you're breathing, and that is an enormous blessing. Breath in, out, belly rise, belly fall. In. Continue to just focus on your breath, lengthening, letting your breath become longer, more full, calm and ease. In and out. In and out. As you continue to breathe, I'll share a reading today from Thich Nhat Hanh. When we discover something to be true today through our own direct experience, we will see that our previous assumptions were wrong, or at least incomplete. Our new way of looking transcends yesterday's desire, prejudices, narrow-mindedness, and habits. we see that to use the golden molds and emerald yardsticks of yesterday's understanding are nothing less than slavery or imprisonment. It is impossible to accept things we know to be false when we attain a new understanding of reality. Our actions will be based on our understanding. We will follow only those rules we have tested through our direct experience. We will discard the false rules and conventions of the current social order. But we have to expect that society will turn on us with a vengeance. Human history is filled with the tragedies caused by that vengeance. History teaches that we die if we oppose the system, yet many individuals continue to challenge the darkness despite the danger in doing so. Those who pursue the truth are members of the community of truth seekers and reformers throughout time and space. They do not resign themselves to a collective fate that offers no laurels. I would share that as we are in these sort of contemplative times when our direct experience is calling us to wake up to things that we may have not woken to before, is calling us to shift our perspective, to challenge our assumptions, to rethink how we engage with the world. And I would like to congratulate you for taking a step in doing that today, simply by being on your mat, because yoga is a fundamental way to shift your perspective. The practice of mindfulness embodied through form is the gift of yoga. And this, by transforming the way that we move our body or challenging our body to get into shapes that we don't typically do when we're walking around or laying around our house, that is a fundamental way to encode that thinking into our muscles, into our bones, which then hopefully translates into our actions. So that's the work anyway. One step at a time. So take a breath and bring your hands in front of your heart. And just give a breath of gratitude, acknowledgement to yourself and to all of those who've joined wherever they are today. And I invite you to set an intention for your practice or a dedication. I dedicate this to my sweet family, watching from home today, Brad and Tammy Iris, who sometimes join me here. You can meet them if you come. And we'll open with an Om. Inhale. Well, as you slowly open your eyes, use your hands to bring your knees together and go ahead and come around to child's pose. That's where we're going to start today. You can take wide-kneed child's pose, which is always my preferred. Big toes touching, knees wide. That helps with the low back particularly. Reach your hands out in front of you and just spread them wide. If your head doesn't reach the earth in child's pose, use whatever you have available to you. Blankets, couch pillow, block, to bring the floor closer to you, or you can stack your fists. But we want our third eye center grounded if possible. If the fists don't work, you can use your hands by putting your elbows on the earth. So lots of options, but just ground your third eye center. Just breathe here. Breathing into our heart, softening our heart, subtly pushing our bottom back toward our heels. Feeling our big belly breath. When you exhale, at the very bottom of your exhale, see if you can find a little bit more space by engaging your mula bandha or squeezing your perineum, your bathroom muscles. Just finding that little empty place at the bottom where you can lift everything up, lift your energy up, and let your navel come toward your spine. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and just walk your hands over to the right to the best of your ability. A little side body stretch, but try to keep both cheeks on your heels so that you're really getting into this left side body here. Okay, you can use your right hand to support your head if you like. That feels good. Lots of different ways to do this. Just take a big breath in. Exhale there. One more inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, walk back through the center and slowly make your way to the second side. Taking time to set yourself up, recognizing that it'll probably feel different. Finding that stretch, and then inhaling, really full, exhale, really, really empty. Inhale, exhale. Exhaling through your mouth if that feels good. And then coming back to the center. And then inhale. If you have your knees out, bring them closer toward one another and come up to hands and knees. Hands, shoulders distance apart, knees, hips distance apart. Just a few cat and cows for our spine. Inhaling, push the floor away, cow. Exhaling, cat, curl the spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. More. Inhale. Exhale. Take it all the way through to child's pose if you haven't already. Inhale one more time. Exhale there. Neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, curl your toes under. Come into Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Really root your hands down, particularly your knuckle of your index finger. Firm, firm, firm. Soften your heart. So outer armpits turn under. Heels moving toward the earth. That sensation again of getting super empty at the bottom of your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just when you're ready, go ahead and walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Bend in your knees. Bring your arms up. All the way through the center. Get moving. It's chilly. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Plank. Pause in your plank, top of a push-up. Really engage your core. Feel everything squeezing together. Inhale there. Exhale. First one you can modify. Knees, chest, chin. Of course, you can modify always. So that's modified chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra. It's just some pretty traditional Surya Namaskar to wake up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back to your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. You can step forward or walk. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. All the way. Almost touch. Again, inhale. Aligning movement to breath. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, plank hands. Step foot opposite foot to plank. Pause, one full breath in plank. Wake up our core. Feel everything squeeze and tighten. And then inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or modified to cobra. Inhale. Cobra, shoulders out of ears. Tops of feet rooting down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, if you like, you can add the chaturanga push-up. Otherwise, just make your way back to down dog. Full breath in down dog. Bottom of your next exhale, step or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Continuing, a couple more times. Inhale. Finding more space, more freedom each time. Exhale. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or hop, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, you can still take an extra chaturanga if you want. Down dog. Full breath in down dog. Feeling more space each time. Getting empty at the bottom. Next, exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root, rise up. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Full breath and down dog. From the bottom of your next exhale, step, hop, or walk to the top. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root down, rise up. Through the center. Samasthiti heat. Come to mountain pose. Hang out for a minute. Things are starting to heat up. So feel that movement in your body. See where your holding on to? Where can you find more space? Where can you break open the assumptions you make about what your body can do? Where can you welcome a new perspective? Inhale, arms come up. Grab your left wrist. Exhale there, get tall. Inhale, exhale to your right. Another side body opener. Inhale. Switch wrists on the exhale. Inhale, pull up first, and then exhale to the left. Try not to bend forward, but rather to really root down, tuck your tailbone, and then maximize firm feet. Inhale, get tall. Release the clasp, maybe touch palms. Exhale, a little back bend. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, sit into chair. Now, if you have a sensitive low back, or if it's been bothering you, you can bring your arms to cactus. That's what I'm going to do today because my back has been tweaky. So here, you really want to put weight in your heels. Lift your toes up, spread them wide, and then lower them once more to the mat. Feel the weight in your heels, heart opening. Even if your arms are here, shoulders out of your ears. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, plant your hands, step or hop. Take a vinyasa. Always skip the vinyasa and go to down dog. Set your down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Stretch it tall, three-legged down dog. Go ahead and bend it and twist open, keeping your torso square. That feels so good in the morning. Getting into your psoas. Inhale, square and straighten. Exhale, step through to lunge. Go ahead and plant your back foot, turn it out 45 degrees. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Square in hips. Nothing fancy. In warrior one, really check in with your back foot. It tends to get a little wonky. You really want to root it down, so all four corners of that foot are on the mat. Front knee bending. Your next breath, we'll inhale, back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior one twist. You can manage. Elbows coming into some sort of an alignment. Again, that rooting that back foot is really going to help you. Release, come on up. Inhale, exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. If you like, take a vinyasa. Exhale. Down facing down. Inhale, left leg up. Twist it open on the exhale. Should feel nice and yummy. And keep your torso square. And then re-engage. Legs straight. Inhale. Exhale. Step through the lunge. Set your lunge first. Feel your knee tracking over your ankle. Then plant your back foot. Turn it out 45 degrees. Rise up. Warrior one. Again, really checking in with your back foot. Mine tends to roll to my big toe side, so I have to really consciously place it flat. Squaring hips. Rising tall. Little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, the center. Inhale, little funky, but that's good. Again, shifting perspective. Inhale, exhale, warrior one. Twist. And trying to bend deeply and keep that back foot engaged. Using the strength of your legs to really press into the earth. So you find a little bit of space in your belly. Good. One more breath. Yeah. Exhale, untwist. Woo. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower. Plank. Again, you can always skip the vinyasa. Take a breath in down dog. And inhale. If you're hopping, high on your toes. First, bend your knees, look forward between your hands. And hop or float. Get some hang time. Inhale up, halfway. Exhale low. Inhale, root down to rise up. Good. To the center. Good. Take a moment, close your eyes. Again, really feel what your body is doing when things are starting to wake up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, get tall. Grab your right wrist this time. Inhale, pull up. And then exhale to the left. Really firm your feet. Crescent moon. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, switch wrists. Inhale, get tall. Exhale to your right. Why do we do that? We do that to check in with our form, so we're not just flopping from side to side, because it's really important to get that length first. That's going to help us really get into the side body. Inhale up. Unclasp hands. Exhale. Little up. Inhale, get tall. Exhale into chair. This time, bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale to your right. So if you can get your elbow to the outside of your thigh, that's great. If that doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can put your right hand on your hip and twist that way, but try to stay in the chair form. And then you can take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. So there are always options. One more breath. Release. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. Again, align your elbows. Again, if you can't get that low, no worries. Keep your left hand on your hip. Twist as so. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale once more through the center. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to plank this time. Bring your right hand a little bit forward of your shoulder. Then come onto your right foot for Vashisthasana. If you need a kickstand, take your left foot and place it flat on the earth, and then press your hips up toward the sky. So that's modified. Good. One more big breath there. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, back to plank. Good. Left hand, left foot. So again, in front of your shoulder is preferred. Push the floor away. You can get the kickstand. Right foot comes flat on the earth. Then re-engage. Lifting up those strong side bodies we've been opening. Top arm toward the ceiling. Try to look up. Inhale. Exhale. Plank. And that can count as your vinyasa, so you can just come back to down dog. Take a big breath in down dog. Good. Good. Right leg lifts up. Exhale, step it through. Maybe bring your knee to your nose on the way through. Cap your back a bit. And then come through to lunge. Great. Go ahead and plant your back foot once more. And then you're going to be in this warrior one prep. Then you're going to take your arms and walk them out on the diagonal. So you're in this kind of funky warrior one down dog. And try to push the floor away. If the floor isn't accessible for you, you can still get the benefit of turning your body this direction. Maybe try one hand, even fingertips, and then the other. If you're in the full shape, really try to soften your heart here. Press into your feet. Push the floor away so that you're angling back toward your feet. Subtle, but powerful. Get a little bit of extra opening there along the back of your left leg. Good. Next in-breath, go ahead and come back. Walk it back to the center, all the way around. Back into your prep. And then rise up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale into warrior two. Good. You can go ahead and straighten your leg. Give it a little rest here. Inhale, take your torso over your front straight leg. Come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good. Again, really reaching toward the sky here. Inhale. Exhale, bend your front leg. If you can, keep your fingertips on the earth and come directly into Parsva Konasana. If you need to bring your forearm up to your thigh, cool. Wherever you're at, then bring your top arm over your ear. Yes. Really beautiful. Turn your heart. Reach your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, bring your top arm behind you if that feels good. If you're a binder and you want to if you feel warm enough to take a full bind, go for it. Full binder, half bind. So right arm would come underneath your leg, reaching around, grabbing for wrists or close. Very good. Inhale, turn your heart. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release everything down. Come back up to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Turn both feet parallel. Clasp hands behind you. My favorite. Parvarita. Inhale. Pull your hands back. Exhale. Fold forward. Shoulders moving toward the sky. Just such a delicious shoulder opener. Breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release your shoulders. Go ahead and use your hands however you feels best to bring you back up. Good. Turn your feet. Cartwheel your hands down. Come back into lunge. Inhale there. Weight in front foot. Exhale as you come into vertical split. You don't have to do this. You can also come into a forward fold. If you're in the vertical split, can you get your left leg a little bit higher? Can you get your belly a little bit closer to your thigh? One more big breath. Bring it down and then exhale. And everybody fold. Go ahead and bend your knees, grab your elbows. Rock a little bit side to side. Good, release. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, come on up. Through the center. Good. Samasthiti. Big breath. Excellent. We'll take a slight break. We will repeat the side, don't worry. But I want us to do a Vrikshasana. There's a reason. So go ahead and root into your right foot. Take your left, place it anywhere you can on your body. Squeeze toward the midline. Really feel that squeeze toward the midline. So foot pressing into thigh, thigh pressing into foot. Foot rooting down, feeling the stability of your core. So tuck your tailbone like a big string is pulling you up toward the heavens. But you're firm because your roots are growing out of your foot. Hands in front of your heart. If you want to bring them up and grow, that is wonderful. Good. Let your leaves fall. Don't cling to them. Let go, tree, let go. And then come on down. Second side. Just kind of a quick one, but I want us to feel this tree shape. Root into your left foot. Right comes up into your thigh. That's the goal. Anywhere on your leg will do. Again, start by squeezing toward the midline. Engaging your core. So that'll tuck your tailbone a little bit. Really engaging your abdominal muscles. Start with hands in front of your heart. Again, the roots growing out of your foot. And the string pulling you up. If you're taking your arms up, you can take your gaze 1 inch at a time. That will help preserve your balance. Let your leaves go. No clinging. Summer's over. We're a month into fall almost. Let it go. I know, it's crazy. And down. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through chair. We'll skip the twist this time. Sit low, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. We can start with right hand, right foot again. We're going to come into Vashisthasana one more time. Right hand, right foot. But see if you can take that tree shape that you just took. So plant your foot, take your left onto your thigh. It helps to angle your butt back first, then get your foot on your thigh, and then re-engage your bottom. Open up. One more breath. Exhale to the center. You need to come to your knees for a second to rest your hands. Great. Excellent. And then we'll repeat the second side. Left. Again, bringing hand in front of shoulders rest. If you want to take this Vrikshasana challenge, put your butt back first. Plant your left foot, put your butt back. You may need to bring your stance in a little bit. Bring your right leg up onto your thigh. Trying to talk and do this isn't really helpful for my balance. Then push the floor away. Really lift those hips up. Top arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Through the center. That counts as a vinyasa. Come to down dog or child's pose for a moment. That feels good. Excellent. Okay, if you're in child's, come on out. We'll have to get our second side done here. Left leg comes up on an inhale. Exhale, bring it through, knee to nose, all the way through. Again. In your lunge first. And then come into your warrior one prep. So back foot plants, left knee tracking over ankle. And then we'll start to walk our hands out on the diagonal, keeping our feet planted here, bending into that front leg. Reaching out if we can in this warrior one prep, downward facing dog, heart softens. Big belly breath, get empty. Good. Come on out. Back around to warrior one prep. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. And then go ahead and straighten your front leg. Sorry, I'm still with you. My butt's to you, but that's okay. Open up wide across your heart. Shift your torso, inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana. Top arm coming toward the sky. Breathing there. And reaching up, finding a little back bending quality here. Good. From there, either bring your fingertips to the earth and bend your leg, come directly into Urdhva Konasana. Or if you need more space, bring your forearm up to your thigh. Top arm comes toward the front of the room, in front of the mat, wherever you are. Good. Breathing there. If you'd like to take the half bind or moving toward full bind, go ahead and wrap your top arm. If you're taking the full bind, left arm comes under, left leg reaches for right fingertips. Re-engage, heart turns open. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Arms up. Come all the way back up to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Face the front. Both legs turn. Feet parallel. Good. Clasp your hands the funky way. Inhale, pull down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing here, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Letting your head totally relax. Release your hands. You can bring them down. If you have a tripod headstand practice, you can take that here. Otherwise, you can start to work your head toward the mat. Or you can just come into the prep. Head down, palms flat, planted. You should be able to see your fingertips with your eyes. If you're going toward headstand, again, engage your core. Shoulders moving down back. Strong forearms. Breathing for 3. Wherever you're at, stay in the forward fold, working hands or headstand. 1. If you're in this tripod variation, come down slowly. Legs wide, using your core. Everybody rest there. You can take your hands all the way underneath you toward the back. Big belly breath. Maybe saying, what happens if my head isn't anywhere near the earth? That is totally fine. Just being in a forward fold. You can also always come down when we're doing this all the way to the mat. If that feels better for you. Sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. And you can sit and just take a forward fold with your legs open. 1. All right. Using your hands on your hips, your core come up slowly. That is last thing to come up. Good. And then from here, we need to get our right foot up into the air. So will that make you be on the back of your mat or not? I turned around. No, we're good. Okay. Come back to the front. That's what happens when I flip. Go ahead and come back to the front of your mat. Come into lunge. So right leg should be behind you. Left leg is in lunge. Inhale here, using your core. Right leg comes up toward the sky for vertical splits. You get those toes on the ceiling. Belly moving toward thigh. Good. And then foot down. One more forward fold here. Good. You can wrap your arms this time, hug yourself, give yourself a breathe. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, come on up. Breath. So mixing things up too, like breaking up sequencing like we did, even though it's subtle, not going right into the second side. That's also another way of shifting perspective, challenging our assumptions or expectations. That tells us, particularly if you've been practicing for a long time, we get into our patterns and routines and we think, oh no, I have to do it this way, I have to do it. But we don't. That's the thing. There's always a different way to look at it and a different way to practice it. We don't always have to start on the right side. We can start on the left side. Like, there are ways that we can challenge our patterns, challenge the assumptions we make about what the shapes are supposed to be or the sequencing. That will help, again, just give us a new way of thinking about the day and engaging with life. So all these little subtle things we do help to encode this in our body. And hopefully that translates into a more mindful life off the mat. It's progress. It is definitely not perfection. Okay, inhale, come up. Exhale, take your feet wide, maybe as wide as the mat, and come down into Malasana. That's a yoga squat. If your heels are up, like if it just doesn't work for you to get your heels flat, if you have a blanket nearby or a towel at home, you can place your heels on the blanket. That's one of my, oh, no, Siri, I'm not talking to you. That's one of my favorite ways to do, particularly in the morning when I'm really tight. This is super yummy, and then I can be here longer. So this is a good trick. Take a breath there. If you want to take one more sort of fiery active pose, we can come into crow here, or you can come into crow prep. I think it helps to bring your toes together, knees wide, like a butterfly, like you're going to pounce off, and then right tricep connects with right shin, left tricep, left shin, really firm hands, and then lift up. So this is phase one. Your butt's moving toward the sky, and you really want that firm engagement of your shin and your triceps. Then come forward, gaze forward in front of the mat. Lift one heel toward your butt. And if this is new for you, just try one foot at a time. Right heel, then left heel. Engaging your core. You want to try both. Come forward for 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Okay. You can try that one more time. So again, if this is newer for you, for something you're working on, try the one foot at a time. And really pull your belly in. It's almost like you're catting your back, even as you're chaturanging your arms. That core engagement, that kind of hollowing out, will help you get the lift. It helps not to have sleeves. I'm just going to say that. Slippery. Very slippery. Firm hands. Again, maybe try one foot. And then the other. Or come forward. And lift both. 2, 1. You can always hop back into cat pose. Come into child just as a way to reset, start to bring it down. Come on up onto all fours. Take your right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thread it underneath your left. Right temple outside of right shoulder. Top arm can support you or be in a bind, half binding. Go ahead and unwind. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale. Nice. Back. And you come to sit on your knees. Heel to back. And then just allow your knees to drop over, actually to your, come with your butt to the right, sorry. And you can let your right foot be in the arch of your left. And then we're just going to twist to our right. Just take your right hand behind you, left onto your knee or thigh. Lean back a little bit. And twist. Bring it all the way around just for a counter twist to your left, gazing over your shoulder. On a breath, come through the center, and then drop your butt to the left. Again, this time, left foot can be in the cradle, the arch of the right. And then we'll just twist to our left. Getting nice and tall. This is like a dancer twist. And then on a breath, counter twist to the second side. Awesome. Good. Come through the center. And then slowly make your way to your back. When you arrive, squeeze your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock a little bit side to side. Oh, I haven't done a ton of back bending today. We'll take one bridge. If you are a person who feels incomplete without a big back bend, you can feel free to take wheel. If you feel warm enough. Otherwise, plant your feet, lift your hips, walk your shoulder blades underneath you one at a time. Try not to tuck your chin to your chest, but rather let it be neutral. So gazing toward the ceiling. Press your feet into the earth and lift your hips. You can keep your palms flat on the earth, using them to help support you, or you can walk them shoulder blades underneath you one at a time and clasp your hands. Go ahead and release slowly. Bring everything back down, maybe taking one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. If you feel there's any other move you need to take, shoulder stand, happy baby. Go ahead and do that now. Making your way to Shavasana. In Shavasana, completely surrendering to the stillness. Letting go of your Ujjayi breath. Really just letting go. Welcoming the changing of the colors. Welcoming the wind. To take a little bit. Not clinging to the leaves. Letting them go. Go ahead and bring movement back to your fingers and toes. If you haven't already, you've been rocking your hips side to side. That's great. Hold to your side when you're ready. And with gaze soft, your eyes closed, make your way once more to seated. And your hands are behind your head. And just feel the shifts in your body from this time you have spent here this morning. And today, as you move through your day, see if you can bring just a little bit of this feeling, this sensation, this awakened perspective into the various moments of your day. As one of the meditation teachers I follow says, he calls it a meta moment, a moment to introduce more loving kindness into an interaction in your day by bringing this little shifted perspective. Is there a different way to look at it? Can you see something that you didn't see before? Can you stop clinging to the expectation of what you think it's supposed to be? This happens over and over and over again throughout our days. And the beautiful thing is that we can always start again. So let that be your challenge today. And in closing, take a breath of gratitude once again for this beautiful Sangha community that's joined together this morning, and to yourself for taking this time. And a breath of gratitude to RBC for being our Sangha home. Let's take a breath and really send out metta, send out loving kindness to our community, our dedicatees, our intention. So much healing needs to happen. So may we rise together in love. Let's close with an Om inhale. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. It's October 17th. Early voting has begins today in Nevada. You're a citizen of this community. Please vote. It is your duty. So I'm not going to get political. I'm just going to ask you to vote. Thank you for spending your time. Namaste.